Okay, there we go. A little high, but we'll see. Hey, welcome to Rusty's Sudoku stream. Sometimes late night, sometimes early. Today's not too bad. We're a little later than I should be, but we've got 2 puzzles to do today. Puzzle number 472 from SudokuStore's Medium 1000 Puzzle Collection. And then we'll have puzzle 478 from that same collection. For now, let's get the first one loaded up, and we'll see excuse me, how I do it. You might hear some background noise from time to time. I've got a knitting machine going in another room, but I think that's quiet enough at this point that you're significantly distracted by it. We'll see. Let me know if there is such a problem. I'm more concerned about the prospect that I'm losing audio in stream entirely. Here I've got values set where they need, maybe getting some muffling, some other similar issues. All right, first puzzle. Let's see if it's loaded up. It's loaded up, and it looks like we've got a puzzle I can work on. All right. I've got a couple of cues that can be potentially dropped in there. The down here. 3 possibilities there. Move on to ones. I get 3 possible there. Possible ones here. 2 possible ones here. Like 4 possible there. Here. And that's going to do for ones at the moment. We get more. All right. Got ones and twos, 3. Like I've got 2 on the means I've got 4 possibilities here, except with 2 possibilities here. That narrows it down to possible. That 2-3 pair in both those does affect. We'll see. All right. Up here we've still got possibilities. No useful narrowing down up here or down here yet. From here we've got 3 possibilities. I've got 4 possibilities. So we're going to move on to 4s. We'll get possible here. 2 possible here, which means one of these 3 is going to be a 4. But no sufficient guidance for that. Kind of like likewise 3 there. Here we've got 4 possibilities. And 5 down here. We mark those. So no guidance here. So move 5. These 2 is going to be a, because this 5 and this 5 here, that says it can't be any of these. These, and obviously it can't be either of these. Those are the only ones left. Here we get 2 more up here related to it. 3 possibilities here, except no, I got 1 because this blocks this, these, and this blocks these 2, leaving just this one, and that means that's going to be a, and that turns this into a 5. Doesn't help me with these 2, but it does mean that I've got just 2 possibilities here. So we'll 6s, get a 6 here in the middle of things, another over here. That means one of these 2 is going to be a 6. And down here we've got one of these 3, a woodcut. I've got 4 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here. here I've got a solution though. It narrows this down. That being a, that means I've now got 3 possibilities here, 3 here as well. But since one of these 2 is going to be a 6, that can't be possible. Back to here, I've now got 4. So that's it for 7s or 6s. Let's slide on down here and we'll drop in a couple possible 7, a couple 7. That means I've got possibilities really here, but I haven't narrowed it down enough to really lock those in. Each of these should have 2 possibilities because that, but it can't be 7, 8, 9, 6, or 5. So one of these is, and these will not. That gives me 2 possibilities, 3 possibilities. It can be 2, 3, or 4. This could be a 2. Got 2 possibilities. 2 now here. Getting ahead of myself, could be working through the 7. 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. Wide open here. And here. Other than it can't be one of these 2. Got one of these 2 is a 7. That kind of helped at some point. Not great. These not a 7. 8. One of 5 is going to be an 8. Here we've got 8. We get 2 possibilities here. That 8. And one of the 2 is an 8. Long term, that will come into play here. There, yeah. 9 here means one of these 2 is a 9. This here says can't be this one. One of these 2 is going to be a 9. Up here we've still got possibilities. Here that these, this one, these 2, leaving 3 possibilities for the moment. Okay. And up here we've got a lot of help guidance. However, we picked up the 2s here, except that now we've got this 1 here and 1 here, saying this, and this can't be a 1. That leaves a 1 here. That means this is a 2, this is a 9, and this is going to be the remaining digit. Pair of 1s here. Really all I've got over here is it can't be 3. There has to be one of these. Can't be one of these. Get a 2 here with 2. It doesn't change much there, but does mean one of the down here we've got a 2. We got 4 here and 7. Now we've got 4 digits to figure out here. We've already got 7s picked. What's left here is that 1. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. Got one of 2 will be 3. Won't be that one, so that's a 3. That means this is going to be a 4. And 7, 2 here will. Now let's see. Did we pick anything else up here? We got a pair of 1s, 2, 3s. Like I've 3 possible. 4s. 5, a pair, 6. That means one of these 3 is going to be 7. Get 8, and I'm going to have a 9 in one of the 2. So not quite picked yet, but here we got down here. We're down to a single place. This can't be a 4, can't be here, so yes. That means here we've got 2s, 6s, which this can't be, so and sevens. 3 possibilities. Sevens, 2s, and 7s. Heavy up. So over here, well, we've already got these two marked 2s. So now we can say, yeah, one of these two is going to be 2. That means this one's going to be a 7. That turns this into a 2. That's 6 and 8 here. What else can we do? Now know that one of these 3 is going to be a 2. And one of these 3 will be 3. Nope, actually 2 will be 3. We also get a 4 in one of these 3. That means that now the 5, 6s, one of these will be 7. That makes this into a 6, because I can't have both 7 and 8 up here, and not down here, so 6. That means I've now got 2 places for 6 here. Let's continue working our way around. Got 1's going into potentially all 4 of these spots here. 2's and 3's already filled. All 5 of these have the opportunity to work. We've got 2 for 5s, 6's. How about 7? Do you have any use for this yet? Nope, all 5 of these is 7. And same up here, all 5 of these 8. 9, they're down to 3 possible. Alright, how about up here? Well, I've got 1, 2, 3 places to 1. 2 already up here. 3 places that get 3. Places that 5 is there, 6 here. 4 places is 7. Got places in 8 and 4 places in 9. Not much help I would have liked. Did we get anything else in here? So we've got a few numbers filled in. So we know that this can't be an 8 because I've got a 2, 3 pair. Undo the 8 here. That into 8. This becomes a 4. Get 1's here. Doesn't change anything. 1's, 2's, 3's. So we've got 2 possibilities for this 4 down here. We got a 5 on here already. How about 6's? This says 6 can't be in this row. That means it's got to be these 2. How about 7's? Well, 7's, got a couple of places for a 7 here now. Can't have a 7 here, so one of these. And that gets us a triplet there. And we end up with this being the only place I can find. So this becomes a 6. Up here, we're going to drop in 7's. Got a 9 solved there. That means this is going to be our remaining digit of 3. This becomes a 2 and a 3 here. 2 and a 6 here. The pair of 8 here. What's the other possible? 1 and 7 potentially. Narrow that down a bit. 7. Again, we've got 4's, 3's, and 7's in here. None of those are narrowed down and sufficient yet, other than we know that one of these 2 is now complete. So we need to work on these a little bit. Well, we've got a 5 and a 6 here. That means that one of these 2 is going to be a 5. Oh, it is a 5. Okay. The 3 or 2 possibilities for 1 now. 2 is here and a 3 is here. What a 4? Any one of these 3 could be a 4. These 2 here. We got a 5 and a 6. Any of these 4 could be a 7. go with 4s. Here. 8. Well, we've got an 8 here and an 8 here. One of these three will be an 8. Do we have any guidance yet? Really? 7, 8 here, 7, 8, 8 here. None of that really. These. How about? Well, we know that that is blocking these. This one is blocking this one. And anything else? Does that help up here? Well, a little bit. This can't be a 9, so this is going to turn this into an 8. That's going to help down here. So this one's going to. This one here is going to be an 8, and we're going to get an 8, 7. Down here we've now still got 3 possibilities. 1. What 2s? 2s? 4s. This can't be a. Either of these could be a 5 here. This can't be a 7, so one of the 2 is a 7. That means one of these 2 is going to be. Well, this can't be a 7. This here, that's a 1, and this is a 7. This becomes a 7 and a 3. This becomes a 3. We now have 4 and 7 is here, or no, 4 and 1. We get a 1 in both these possibilities. 4, well, 4, 1 there, 7, 4. Up here we have a 1 dropped in here, and that means a 1 here and a 1 here, a 7 here, 1, 4, 7 to solve. So, puzzle 1 took me 15 minutes. Let me get that noted real quick. If you heard the timer on the oven saying that the pork chop to come out of the oven. All right, so now I quit this one. Amy, instance of the game. Load up puzzle 70 custom. Loading an existing puzzle. Manually load 5, 9 here. 5, 2, 6, 2, 6 here. 9 here. 8, 5, 8, nope, 8. Ahead of myself. 1 here. And nothing in this square at all. At least not as given. So what we get is the puzzle is invalid like this. So let's see what we can get. Got a couple, 3 possibilities. Down here I have 4 possibilities. Get a solvable one there, and that 2's. This one gets solved, and work with that. We get a 2 here. Re-enter the 1 here that cleared actually. Over here we've got a couple of possibilities. And what have we got? 1, 2. We've got only 3 digits missing. One is a 3, or a 6. One of these is going to be 7. So we'll hold off and mark those. Back to 2s. We've got 3 possibilities there. All right, but 3. When we get to solve it, get here with 3 more there. Possible here. 2 possibilities means probably possible here of 7. 7. Yep. See what happens. Okay. 3, 3. Since these 2 is, and since these 2 has one of these 2 is going to be a 3. One of these 2 will be 2, 3 pairs. That's what we were looking at earlier. All right, 4. Okay, here says one of these 2 cannot be, it has 2, 4 because I either of these 2 is can't one of this one, etc. So this 4 says this can't be those. We've got 4 possibilities here, 5 or 4 here. I've got 3 over 6 possibilities. That looks like, other than, yep, that's all we can do. Let's look at now at 5. We've already marked. One of these 2 is going to be 5. This one, got that 5 already. No, there those are. These 2 is going to be a 5. I've now got 4 possibilities. And that, if this, that means one of these 2 is, that's going to be a 5 because neither of these. That means one of is going to be a 5, and we're done with 5s. Nope, there's 5s here marked. 6s. We've got a 6 here, here, down here. That means one of these. Oh, here. So one of these 2 is 6. 2 possibilities here. We have 4 possibilities. Some clearance on that. This one's 6 because that would block where this 5 is. If this one blocks these, one of these 2 is a 6. So now we've got 6s earmarked for plate. 7. Well, like I said, we've got possible 7s. If next you look at the board, nothing is marked. However, we've got 3 possibilities. One of these 4 will be 7. And we're going to solve that right. We've got this 8 here, can't be up here, so it's going to be here for this. And like this is going to be a 9. This spot blocked here, two are here. So one of these so we've got possible. Okay, looking back at sevens. Wait, this 8 says that can't be 8. Use 8 here. We're down to 3 possibilities. 3 possibilities. One of these is 4. Because this 4, that means now we've got a 7. One of these two is going to be a 7. Meaning this one here is. Don't know which one of these is 7 yet. I know one of these is. Don't know which of those. And we're kind of here and well, other numbers for these. Right? We know one of these two is going to be an, which means these. And we've got 8. Or that. What does that mean? Well, I've got 2, 3 here. These two now. These two are. What I can do, however, is 2 and 3 are blocked there. That means I've 1, 2, 6, and 8. Down here we've 7 and a 9. Well, 9 blocks this cell. 7 and 9. The 6, 8 or 8 combination says that these 3, 4 cells have to have the remaining 3 digits. Any 3 digits are 2s, 3s already on the 5, 6, 8. So the remaining 4s, 7s, and 9s. And up here we get our 4s, 9s. Both of those, actually we get a 6 and a 9. Because this was blocked 9s. Actually, these two were blocked 4s here. So now we've got one of these two is a 7. Oh, which got come up. However, that does mean this can't. So we are now looking for 4 possible. What I do know here is I've got 1s, 2s. This one's going to be 3 because the only digit placed. Here we've got 2 possibilities. 2 get 2s. Got 3 possibilities. 2. Beyond the third earmark, 5s and 6s. Out here, one of these 2 is going to be a 9. Here, here. Now, how about down here? We've got 1s here, 2s here. One of these here, 7, is going to be 3. 4 is going to be in one of 4 places. That's 5 already ends up. 6, 7 going to end up somewhere. 8. One of these two is 8, because I've got this 8 block, this 8, these rows, and this 8 block. So one of these two will be an 8. How about 9? From this block, this block these. So you've got 4 possibilities. Come back. This could be tweaked. Back down here. Yes. This one here blocks these. 2, 3. What a. This is going to be. Does this block these 2? This place up. So this one becomes 1. Even in it. That means this is going to be a. And we are much further along than I thought. Alright, 1 here. Since this is the only place I can drop the 1 now, that's a 7. This is the only, but the only drop here is a 6. So this becomes an 8. This becomes a 6. Becomes a 3. So this is a 7. Means one of these. Not a big surprise. Top. Still haven't narrowed down 7s there. So let's see what else. All right. Pair of 1s, pair of 2s, pair of 6. Single place for 6 here. 7, 5, 8, 9 is. Oh, tidy this up. 1 is going to be one of these. Of course, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Not the hell. All right. So I've got one of nope, maybe one. One of those is get 1 8 pair here. So that this can't. These 3 will get help. However, well, one's there. What else? 8. Oh, these. This becomes a 2. Any? Yes, it does. And this becomes a 9. Here, 7. This can't be for 9, so that's it. Breakage. This should be our 7. Thinking I've got breakage. It's 7 here, 9 here, and a 1 and 8. Got 1 and 8 above here as well. So get some break. Going to have to back things out a little. Let's see. I was concerned that where I had dropped 7 at 1. 7. Continue back. Get further. See, I've got 1 in the wrong.
I do not mean to bother you, but there is activity in the front entry. Cat?
Possibly. All right, I am going to restart from trying to do a flood. Reset flood fill. Go through each cells, fill in what, even if these clear up as part of what we're doing. It clears. So three. Will fully admit the process I'm using is not efficiency. Bug, what I thought was an efficient process resulted in error some sort. Actually, these is using will here. This is going to be possible. Build else. Yes. And it's one of these two is going to be these two is first two is going to be a three pick for now. Here we end up. Right. One of these two is built. Nope. Over here we've this is going to be a add and everything sixes. This one's going to be a 6. One of two is 6. Two is 6. We've these two to become a 6. That's it. 6, 7. That's built for process. Is 7. These 3 blocks to be a 7. Others. And I've got up here we've got over here have open 7s. And in here we've got pretty much and on to 8. Possible. is going to be an 4, 8. Yeah, that's 8. There's an 8 there. That means that's going to be an 8. And this is this can't be 1s. That's going to be 7. This becomes maybe a 9 though. One of the come back. Still look at 7s. I got 7s everywhere. I need 8. Wait there. Here. 8. Get 9s. Toss through. 9 here. We've filled in this. One of these is going to be a 9. 5. And we've got anything else. Looks like this is going to be a 4. Oh. So that's going to be a 7 and a 1. This becomes a 4. 6. 7 and 7. Oh. Makes up those. However, that means I've got a 7 here, 9 here, 7, 1, 7, 4, 7, 2, 6, 1, 7, 8, 8, 1, 5, 7, 8, 2 pairs, 6, 2, 7, 3, 7, 9, 2, 8, 9, 7, 9, 4, and close with 5. And the 23 minutes, 57 seconds was after I reset and did a flood at, I think it was 14 minutes. Go back through the video to find out. But that's where we are. 23 minutes, 57 seconds. I'll say thanks to everybody who jumped in here and stopped by, said hello or not. You have a good day. We will see you again tomorrow.